What's going on, Everling Sports? Back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Blue Jays and whether or not they should trade for Shohei Ohtani, as of course that has been a name that's come up in a lot of trade rumors as of late. Especially linked to the Toronto Blue Jays as one of the top 2 or 3 teams. Linked to the Japanese superstar. Of course, at 28 years old, he's going to be set to turn 29 years of age. Mid-season in 2023. Of course, he's only been in the league for a couple of seasons, to be exact, 5 years since 2018. But he really never got great until he was always good, but he never really got out there until he actually won Rookie of the Year, but he had a bit of an off year in 2020. Of course, that shortened MLB season. He hit for 190, but outside of that, he's been a star in this league. And I'm going to be going over what the Blue Jays might have to give up if they want to trade for him. He's going to be a free agent in 2 seasons, so he's under contract for the next 2 years. He's under contract for the next year, but he, of course, is arbitration eligible in next off season, so a year from right now. And taking a look at Ohtani, of course, in his 5 seasons in the league, he's got 1 MVP. He's been in the All-Star game twice. He's got a Rookie of the Year, Major League Player of the Year in terms of TSN, and then of course he's got a Silver Slugger Award winner, and he's a two-way player, of course, at 6'4", 210, and he bats left. So a left-handed hitter is something that the Jays don't have many of, and they certainly don't have one to the caliber of Shohei Ohtani. Now, Ohtani is a little bit older in age. He's 28. He's not like one of the Jays' superstar young talents at 23, 24 years of age. He's approaching his 30s. He's, although he's not really been in the league for too long, he's probably in his prime right now. So the Jays, if they want to make a move, that would be a win-now move, and they'd be salvaging some of their future, which maybe Ohtani does have 8 more seasons at this level, but I highly doubt it. I mean, he's a guy who plays every day. He pitches every 5 days, and it's going to wear on him, without a doubt. But let's get into some of the numbers in terms of Ohtani for this past season. Of course, we all know what he did in his MVP season. We really don't have to go over that, although his batting average this year was better than it was a year ago by 16 points. He hit for 273 with 34 homers and 95 RBIs this past season, and an on-base percentage of .356. Moving over to his pitching numbers, he didn't start in one of the seasons that he played back in 2019. He didn't pitch at all. And in 2020, he only started and played 2 games. He was awful in that season, of course, but that was a shortened year, so he just got off to a bad start and really couldn't fix it. But he, of course, in his rookie year, he put up a really good ERA of 3.31 for a rookie. That's pretty good considering he's a two-way player. That's fantastic. And then these past 2 years, he's been lights out as a pitcher. He's only improved. In 2021, he was 9.2 with a 3.18 ERA in 130 innings, and then this past season in 166 innings, he was 15-9 with a 2.33 ERA. So he's an ace in this league. He might not be the ace on the Jays. Of course, with Alek Manoah, he would probably be the ace over him. But it'll be close. I mean, maybe Ohtani would be the ace. But, I mean, it would definitely be a good competition. But what would Ohtani bring to the Jays? He'd bring an ace-style pitcher, 1 or 2 guy in the rotation. And he'd be a guy who can hit a lot of home runs, steal some bases. He's just, when you think of an all-around player, he is the all-around player. He could play in the outfield if you need him to, so he is, he's a guy that everybody wants on their team, of course. But what would that cost the Blue Jays? Now, a lot of people that, make mock trades say, it would cost the Jays Bo Bichette and, another player like a B-level prospect. And if it's that, to be honest with you, I wouldn't make the trade. You take a look at Bo Bichette. He's much younger than Shohei Ohtani. I believe he's 23 or 24 years of age. He's extremely young. He's a great player. He's only going to get better. He plays shortstop, and shortstops, there's not too many to come by. I get that you're getting a two-way player in Ohtani, but you take a look at what Bo Bichette's done. He's just been really, really good. So I wouldn't make that move. But, you go over to another trade that people bring up. It's Gabriel Moreno and, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. and Rolvis Martinez. And three of the Jays' top prospects plus Lourdes Gurriel or Santiago Espinal. And at that point, I'd have to think about it. You're salvaging your future in terms of prospects, but think about really what you, what that would get you. I mean, you would be set for the next 10 years, no questions asked, and you could still draft for prospects and, develop prospects. And the Jays still have a good prospect pool even beyond their top three. So if you're asking me right now, would I trade a Bo Bichette, Vlad Guerrero, that type player? My answer would be no for Ohtani, but if you can get him for your, two or three of your best prospects plus a, good player like Lourdes Gurriel or a Santiago Espinal, I would entertain it. But we'll see what the Blue Jays do. Don't expect a move for Ohtani. I don't really know if he gets traded at all from the Angels. Maybe he just leaves when he's a free agent in 2024. We'll see what ends up happening. But I do expect the Jays to make some big moves in the offseason. I think they're going to bring in they're going to spend some money. They're going to bring in some good names, especially pitchers, because that is needed with this ball club. So we'll see how the Jays spend their money, and we'll see ultimately what they end up doing. But that is all I got in this video. I want to know what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. Would you trade for Shohei Ohtani? And if so, what would you give up for Ohtani? Give me a trade package and give me the % chance you think that the Jays could trade for Ohtani. Let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. And as always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys all in the next video. And as always, let's go Blue Jays.